No, mom, I didn't understand the joke. Okay, okay, I gotta do a review for the new Air One song now. Oh, what's up?
All right, what's up, guys? My name is Jamie Fox. If you don't already know me, I'm starting a YouTube channel reviewing some music. Make sure to give me some suggestions, but for today, I decided to go with Riot's first full length LP, Dogma Resistance. Now, if you don't know anything about Riot, they are a more recent development in the dubstep scene, being from Israel but now located in Los Angeles. I previously knew some of their work that was with Infected Mushroom. I was largely not familiar with many of their songs before this LP. It is only about 37 minutes total, so it is not really full length per se, but it is more completed than some of their other projects, to say the least. Riot have always been really good at this anthemic sound, and they really carry that onto this record. It starts off with the track really giving the first insight into the story behind this album. Now, it's worth noting that this album also has a comic book, a graphic novel that goes along with it, which is worth checking out if you haven't already, because it helps illustrate the story in ways that you might not have previously really understood or put together. Yeah, the track Overture 1990 really helps set up the album. At this point, unless you are already familiar with Riot's work, it's hard to determine where their record's really gonna go. In fact, if I hadn't known that they were dubstep, I would have thought that it was either power metal or metalcore or some other type of genre. EDM was not where I thought this was really gonna go at first. Okay, the next track, Jungle Fury, really puts in those 2016 vibes with traditional dubstep beats, pounding your ears off, big drops. Disorder Rebirth kind of is the first one that starts telling the story of awakening this machine that is going to destroy humanity. It's got a very thrashy vibe to it. At one point, the snare is just bleeding on your eardrums, and it hurts, literally. Uh, and it's just not that pleasant to listen to. Overall, the song's got some great drops, everything. The next one, Blackwater, takes a more Western spin on it. And the next one, Oea, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oea, something. My apologies to anyone who knows how to pronounce that. I believe it takes some Japanese and Mexican samples and kind of blends them together in this weird sound. The next one, The Mob, takes some samples from a George Bush speech, actually, that really gives you goosebumps. The track The Mob also references the original, the first track rather, Overture 1990. Now, this is interesting because it kind of shows that the first track actually takes place about halfway through the album, kind of giving you some insight on what's to come. The next one, The Last Stand, an overkill. They destroy this machine. There's this final battle, very epic moment. And the final song, Take That, being a disco pop song that you can just imagine the Ewoks singing after blowing up the Death Star. One of the big things about this album that makes it so memorable is the blending of styles and how well they do that. From the opening track having this epic power metal vibe to then, traditional dubstep on Jungle Fury, more thrashiness on Disorder, Western on Blackwater, almost banda style on the Oea, or however you say that one. And then Overkill, the ninth track, sounding very metalcore almost. You just got these thrashing guitars and drums and screaming vocals, and that's it's very interesting to listen to where they go with that all from the dubstep perspective, and then obviously the last track as well. Now, one of the big complaints I have about this album is the dubstep itself. Jungle Fury has a very, very basic dubstep beats that you could hear anywhere else. It's kind of just loud for the sake of being loud without having too much to say. Disorder Rebirth, like I said, it has that snare that's boom, and it hurts my ears to listen to. Other than that, my complaints pretty much end there, as the album pretty much picks up after that. having some more unique spins on it. It is only 37 minutes. It's not really what one would consider to be a full album, but it does not get boring at any point. Overall, for a first LP, I would say it looks very promising for this duo, and I'm really looking forward to what they have to put out in the future. Would definitely recommend this album. I would give it a 7 out of 10, maybe even an 8. Definitely one of the more one of the albums, the EDM albums that really hooked me. I'm planning on doing these videos pretty frequently in the future, so let me know. You can either comment or message me on Instagram at James M. Fox, Faux. Go ahead and send me suggestions on what albums or songs you'd like me to cover. I'm really looking forward to doing more of these. Shout out to Ben, my editor, who hopefully will fix this up. And also to Russell Miller, who let me use his setup. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Mom, I don't drink. I've never even had a Dr. Pepper.